So as we enter the final game of 2019 out in the Bundesliga, Rasensport Leipzig and Dortmund could not be separated. But who will be leading the way heading into 2020? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we'll take a look at match day number 17 out in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep your bang up to date with all things Bundesliga related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. Oh, here, Runda Ron Roski. That's right. We're going to take a little look at match day number 17, but before then, we're going to take a little look back at match day number 16, which was just a couple of days ago. You know, it's a double match week this week, so a huge end to the 2019 for the German teams as they enter their winter break. But yes, let's jump into the thick of things and have a little look at how we all got on. And I'll tell you what, I did absolutely terrible. Yes, and a lot of you guys didn't do much better as well. Notice the criteria 0 to 3, you're going to be getting one of these, and stand by. There's a few of you getting one of them. 4 to 5, you're going to get one of them, and if you get 6 plus, you might get one of them. Now I just realised that some of the straight face gangs might get top banana. You might have to double check them yourselves, because I think I might have lazily skipped over them or glossed over them. So, because there's no top bananas, but there might be. So let's get going and have a little look. Look at that. Start straight off the bat. Mainz picking up a monstrous 5-0 win over Werder Bremen. Oh my goodness. Nobody saw. Away from home, boys. That's how monstrous that is. A big win for Mainz. Werder Bremen now in relegation trouble in the playoff spot. Actually went with Werder Bremen on this one. 2-1. Dortmund against Leipzig. We talked about it. 6-goal barnstormer. And it was a 3-3 draw. But Leipzig remain top of the pops with a monstrous goal difference over the nearest rivals. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Actually went with a 3-2 win for Leipzig. So not too shabby. Just 1 goal shy. Next up, Augsburg picked up a big victory as well, into the top 10 for them, unbeaten in 6, 5 wins out of 6 for them as well. Düsseldorf are also in a bit of trouble as well in the relegation zone for them, 17 points, or 17th spot for them. Actually with a 2-0 win for Augsburg on this one. Union Berlin lost at home to Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim on the rise now into 9th spot. Union Berlin, maybe their season's going to start catching up with them a little bit. So 2-0 win for Hoffenheim, actually with a 2-1 win for Union Berlin. Leverkusen did lose at home to Klinsmann's Hertha Berlin, 1-0 in the end, and that moves them up to 13th of the table. 3 games unbeaten run now for Klinsmann's boys. Actually went with a 3-1 win for Leverkusen. My boys, Gladbach, did beat Paderborn 2-0 at home. Actually went with a 3-0 win, and that puts them level on points with Leipzig at the top of the table, 4 points clear of their nearest rivals, which is Bayern and Dortmund at the moment. Next up, Wolfsburg and Schalke due out to a 1-1 draw. Schalke down to 5th now, 1 defeat at the past 6 though. Wolfsburg not great, just 2 wins at the past 6 as well heading into this. Actually with a 2-1 for Schalke. Frankfurt lost at home to Köln. Big victory for them, getting them out of the old drop zone and even the clear of the playoff spots. 14 points on them for them, but above Werder Bremen on goal difference. Just 1 defeat at the past 4 for Köln. Wolfsburg though, they are on the slump as well. Just 1 win out of the past 4 for them as well. I went with a 2-0 win for Frankie. Got that one wrong. And wrapping it up, of course, Bayern took care of business against this season's surprise package Freiburg, who are also on the wane. Just 1 win out of the past 5. 3 defeats in that cluster. Bayern München up to 3rd now. 2 wins and 2 draws at the last 4. I actually went with a 3-1, so I got that one bang on point, boys and girls, but it wasn't good enough for me. I actually got myself into the shitface gang. Who's with me? Who is with me? Yep. Well, we're going to go down left to right here, but we are QPR. You did all right for yourself. Okay, you did okay for yourself. Ultra Omamura, though, you're joining me, Sunshine. You're in the shitface gang. But Eddie Petra, don't you go anywhere. You're joining me as well in the shitface gang. Ree, get in the back of the line there. You're in the shitface gang. Nathan Heaver, though, kudos to you, Sunshine. You may be one of those that actually got the top banana. Margie Monday also did okay for himself. Sergio Portillo Cortez, get in the shitface gang. Mohamed Nuru as well. Yannick Bustler, you did okay for yourself as well. Moving on to Marcelo Reis. He's also given us the prediction of the Flamengo-Liverpool game in the World Club Cup. But ultimately, you're in the straight-faced gang. He did okay for himself. Not too bad indeed, boys. So this is what the table looks right here, right now, in the in the Bundesliga, even Leipzig and Mönchengladbach on 34 points. The nearest rivals, Bayern and Dortmund on 30 points. Familiar names at the top of the table, perhaps Schalke 5th, Freiburg 6th. Leverkusen are coming up, though, in 7th spot. Down the bottom, Paderborn and Düsseldorf will go down 100% confirmed, and then Werder Bremen will be in that playoff spot if the season was to end today. So let's take a look at the next round of matches. We're going to open it all up with with Hoffenheim against Dortmund. Now, that's a bit of a tasty one as well. Let's kick it all off with that sucker. And I'll give you the bookmakers' odds if I can get them up to you. So, 7-2 for Hoffenheim, 8-11 on for Dortmund, 3-1 the draw. The last 6 between two sides. 1 win for Hoffenheim, 2 win for Dortmund, 3 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 1-1 draw. You're going to go back to 2018 for Hoffenheim's last victory at home. They did beat them 3-1 on that occasion, with Karamek getting a goal, Adam Salazar getting himself a goal, and Pavel Kadarabek with Marco Reus getting the one and only goal for Dortmund. Dortmund actually scored at least 3 goals in the last match, 3 matches in the Bundesliga, but Hoffenheim have actually drawn 5 of the last 6 home matches against Dortmund in all competitions, so they're like a draw in this one. Hoffenheim come into this 9th in the table. A win for them could see them rise to 6th and get themselves back in the Europa League reckoning, but I'm going to give it just to Borussia Dortmund, and another 5-goal thriller. Taking over the 3 points away from them, and that win could shoot them to 3rd spot with only 1 point off of top spot heading into 2020. Could the same be said for Bayern München? Well, they take on Wolfsburg this weekend. Still no decision on their manager yet. Wolfsburg coming to this 8th. A win for them could see them rise to 6th. Bayern also 3rd on the table. A win for them could close the door to just 1 point onto top spot heading into 2020. The last few games between two sides in all competitions. 5 wins for Bayern and 1 draw. That draw was back in 2017 in Bayern, down in Bavaria, should I say. 2-2 draw, with Lewandowski from the penalty spot, Iron Robin as well, with Maximilian Arnold and Daniel Diddy with the equaliser. Bloody hell, I'm just so tired. Bayern actually won 21 of their last 22 home matches against Wolfsburg in all competitions, so they do fancy their chances. And 21 out of 22 home matches against Wolfsburg. That statistic is absolutely crazy when you think about that. The record, or the bookmakers, are 7-1 for Bayern, 7-1 on for Bayern, 18-1 for Wolfsburg, 7-1 the draw as well. Yeah, you cannot back against Bayern on this one, so I'm going big on this one. I'm going 4-1 win, and again, job done, 3 points in the bag, and again, closing in on top spot. But will Sport Leipzig get themselves away with it this match day up against Augsburg? Augsburg currently find themselves in mid-table, where they're 10th, I think. Good run at the moment, 5 wins out of 6, so they're looking to take it to them. Leipzig on the flip side, 5 wins out of 6 as well, but draw last time out. The last 6 up between two sides, 2 for Leipzig, 1 for Augsburg, 3 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 0-0 draw. I'm sure Augsburg would take that gladly. Sport Leipzig have actually drawn their last 3 matches against Augsburg in all competitions. How bad is that? Is that correct? But they've actually scored at least 3 goals in the last 7 matches in the Bundesliga. The bookmakers' odds on this one, they go 24-100 on for Leipzig, 10-1 the away win for Augsburg, 11-2 the draw. A win for Augsburg could see them rise from 10th all the way up to 6th. And a win for Leipzig could see them extend their lead at the top of the table. It could be as big as, how many points is that? It could be as big as 7 points heading into 2020. But of course, things have got to go the other way, or against them, or for them, if you know what I mean. 3-0 for me for Leipzig, and again 3 points. Next up, we have Mainz up against Leverkusen. Now Mainz coming into the back of this, of that 5-0 win last time out, taking on Leverkusen. Now the last 5 or 6 games between two sides, 2 wins for Mainz, 4 wins for Bayern. This match last season ended up as a 5-1 win themselves for Leverkusen against Mainz on opposition turf. Julian Brandt getting himself 2 goals. Kai Havertz with a goal. Wendell and Karim Bellarabi with Robin Quaison getting the one and only goal for Mainz. Leverkusen have actually won their last 3 matches against Mainz in all competitions, so they do fancy their chances against their most recent time. Anyway, bookmakers odds 29-10 for Mainz, 5-6 on for Leverkusen, 3-1 the draw. Mainz find themselves 14th in the table, 2 defeats at the past 5. A win for them could see them rise to 11th, whereas Leverkusen come into 7th with 25 points on the board. Back-to-back defeats for them, but a win could see them rise just the 1 spot to 6th, but that would be an important spot because that's Europa League spots right there. Going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. Can't separate 2 sides. Obviously, Mainz coming in the back of this with a big old boost, but Leverkusen coming into this back-to-back defeat, so they need to find themselves a bit of middle ground, and I think a draw would be a turning point for them heading into the new year. Next up, we have to take on Schalke up against Freiburg. Schalke is 5th, Freiburg 6th, 4 points separated two sides. A win for Freiburg would close the gap to just the 1 point. A win for Schalke could see them go 3rd in the table. That's right. Schalke just 1 defeat the past 6 heading into this one. Freiburg, 3 defeats in the past 4, and 4 games without a win, or 4 out of 5 games. Or one win out of 5, that's how we say it. The last 6 between two sides, 2 wins for Schalke, 2 wins for Freiburg, and 2 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 0-0 draw. In fact, there have been fine margins between two sides in all these games in recent times. Schalke actually undefeated in their last 7 home matches, and they also actually defeated their last 5 home matches against Freiburg in all competitions. Freiburg have actually failed to win in all their last 5 away matches in the Bundesliga. So it's not looking good for Freiburg. I think their backs are up against the wall. Yeah, Schalke are actually 63 to 100 on to win this one. Freiburg are 70 to 4. The draw is 3 to 1. And you know what? I just don't see anything but a Schalke win on this one. 2-1 in. It might be close, it might be nervy, but ultimately it'll be 3 points. And again, that 3 points will be massive, and it could go up to 3rd in the table. But the way things look, they'll be at least in 5th spot and breaking away from it. It could be a 5-horse race heading into 2020 for the title. Next up, we have Köln up against Werder Bremen. Massive game this one for Köln. Obviously coming to the back of this, 2 wins on the spin for them. Werder Bremen 3 defeats on the spin. Not looking good. Both on 14 points. Köln better off at the moment with the goal difference. The last 6 occasions between two sides, 2 wins for Köln, 2 for Werder Bremen, 2 draws along the way. The last time that these two sides did play over in Cologne, it was a 1-0 win for Werder Bremen back in 2019. It was a friendly Joshua Sargent. But the last game that actually meant something was back in 2017. It was a 0-0 draw. A couple of seasons back, it was a 4-3 win over in Köln as well. I'll tell you who scored those goals. Anthony Modeste get himself a goal for Köln. Leonardo Bittencourt, Simon Zola, and Anthony Modeste, again, ex-Rover. Finn Bartels getting a goal for Werder Bremen. Theodore Selassie and Sergei Gnabry getting a goal for Köln on it. Some familiar names in there. Werder Bremen actually lost 5 of the last 6 matches in the Bundesliga. So it's not looking good. Did I give you the odds on this one? I'll give you the odds anyway. It is 5 to 4 for the home team, 2 to 1 for Werder Bremen, 27 to 10. The away win, I'm going with a 1-1 draw on this one. I'm playing it safe. It won't really do anyone any justice. They'll remain as they were, which will be 15th and 16th respectively. Next up, a difficult one here. Obviously, my hero against one of my boys. That's right. My hero is Jurgen Klinsmann, and my boys are Mönchengladbach. Now, coming into this, the last 6 between two sides, 2 wins for Hertha Berlin, 4 wins for Mönchengladbach. Most recently, there was a 3-0 win for Hertha Berlin last season, it looks like, in Mönchengladbach. But the last time they played over in Hertha Berlin was a 4-2 win in the league as well, with goals from Vidad Ibisevic getting 2 goals, Valentino Lazaro getting a goal, and Odenej Duda. Whereas Mönchengladbach scored the goals through Thorgan Hazard from the penalty spot and Alexander Plee. Let's take a look at the last, the home form and away form on this one. Heading into this, Hertha Berlin actually won 3 of the last 6 home games, whereas Mönchengladbach actually only won 2 of the past 6 away games. So, in all competitions, including Europa League and all that kind of, and German Cup and all that kind of stuff. A win for Hertha could see them rise from 13th to 11th. A win for Mönchengladbach could see them go top of the table. We'll have to wait and see. The bookmakers odds find this one difficult. I think 11 to 5 for Hertha Berlin, 6 to 5 for Mönchengladbach, 13 to 5. The draw. I was umming and ahhing about this one. I actually probably changed my score about 4 times, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Mönchengladbach to take it, and again potentially keep up the pace with Leipzig at top spot. Next up, we have Fortuna Düsseldorf. That's right, up against Union Berlin. Another monstrous game here for Fortuna Düsseldorf in 17th spot. Union Berlin trying to keep themselves out of the old drop zone scrapper. Rooney in 11th spot. Just 1 win in the past 4 for Union Berlin. Well, Düsseldorf are actually look absolutely shit, and I'm desperate for something. Düsseldorf actually failed to score in the last 3 matches, and have also lost the last 3 matches in the Bundesliga. The last 6 in all encounters between two sides, 2 wins for Düsseldorf, 2 wins for Union Berlin, 2 draws along the way. The last time that these two sides did play in Düsseldorf was a 3-2 win back in 2017 in the Zweite Bundesliga, with Sobotka getting himself a goal, with Tashiki Usanami and Florian Neuhaus. That was for Düsseldorf, whereas Union Berlin's goals came from Damir Kalic and Khan Ayan with a big fat OG. Bookmakers odds on this one, they go with 17 to 10 for Düsseldorf, 13 to 8 for Union Berlin, 23 to 10 the draw. It's difficult. Düsseldorf need the points. They need a win, and this is the best time they're going to get one. I don't think that if they fail to lose this, I think they're going to be in mega trouble for the rest of the season. And wrapping it all up, it will be Paderborn up against Eintracht Frankfurt. Paderborn finds themselves rooted to the bottom of the table. A win though could see them go above Fortuna Düsseldorf, push them down to the bottom of the table. Frankfurt on the flip side are 12th. Their form is absolutely hideous with 5 defeats out of the past 6, and that other match was a draw. The last 6, in fact, the last 5 between two sides, 2 wins for Paderborn, 1 win for Frankfurt, 2 draws along the way. Frankfurt's last victory was the last time that these two sides did play. It was a 4-0 win over in Frankfurt. But prior to that, was 4 games unbeaten for Paderborn against Eintracht Frankfurt. The last time that these two sides played in Paderborn was in the Bundesliga back in 2014 with goals from Marvin Dukic, Uwe Honnemeimer and Stefan Kutschi, with Alexander Meyer getting the one and only goal for Frankfurt. Frankfurt actually lost 8 of the last 9 away matches in the Bundesliga. Now, the bookmakers, what do they think on this one? They go with 11-4 for Paderborn, 14-5 the draw, 10-11 on for Frankfurt. So Frankfurt, red hot favourites heading into this bad boy. For me, I'm also going with Frankfurt, going to go with a 2-0 win, and that would send them up to at least 11th, actually leapfrog Union Berlin into 11th spot. A win for Paderborn, yeah, as I said, would only go to 70th. But let's just say, let's confirm those results for you. If I say all this pans out, works out the way I want it to, like Leipzig will be top of the pops with 37 points. Mönchengladbach will be in second with 37. Bayern will be in third alongside Dortmund, and they will be on 33 points. Down the bottom will be Paderborn, Düsseldorf, and Werder Bremen going down. In fact, Werder Bremen will be in the playoff, but you know what I mean. As we get into 2020. That's just my predictions, folks. Get your predictions in nice and early. We'll do this all again, and it'll be a little bit of time away because obviously it goes into the winter break. We're looking at around about the 11th or something like that of January for these results, and of course, looking ahead to the first games of 2020 for the Bundesliga. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you're new, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel. You might have to switch gears, folks, for the next few days to keep up with the content as a lot of leagues across Europe take a winter break. But hopefully, you still get time to get your predictions in nice and early. Until then, I'll let you get out of here. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'm out. Merry Christmas, folks. Happy New Year and all that kind of good stuff. I'll see you all very soon. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.